재밌다 이거.
나 이제 학교를 안 갈 거야.
어머 이게 무슨 원리지? 졸업한다. 했다. 하우스님 젊어?
뭔지 모르겠어.
Baby, I'm missing you. Everything that you do makes me love you. Oh. Tell me everything. You know I'm listening. Hours pass by. Yeah, we could talk all night. Taking my time, messing my life, swear don't mind. Say that you'll stay holding me close, swear it's alright. Baby, I feel the rush. Everything that you touch turns to gold. I know. Baby, I'm missing you. Everything that you do makes me.
잘 어떻게 그걸 봤냐? 가보마.
쟤 등 긁는다.
우와, 곰이다. 우와, 진짜 커.
헬로.
하지 마.
어떡해. 하지 마. 자기 이거 진짜 노빠꾸야. 빨리 내려. 여기로 일로 들어가도 돼. 빨리. 여기 멈춰. 여기 처음 와. 이봐 바로 사고 터지잖아.
Baby, I'm missing you. Everything that you do makes me love you. Babe, I feel the rush. Everything you touch. Babe, I'm missing you. Everything you do. Baby, I feel the rush. Everything that you touch turns to gold. I know. Baby, I'm missing you. Everything that you do makes me love you.
이게 빵이 저절로 쓰는 게 아니라 막 뭉쳐지는데?
그래도 돼. 야 그래도 이 소금이랑 후추가 있어서 만든 거지.
일단 이거 타임랩스로 찍어. 타임랩스. 꽝.
여기다가 부어줘.
여기다가?
응.
꽝. 그다음에 어떻게? 꺼져?
응. 이거 닦아. 아니 이거를.
너 저거 안 쓸 거지? 지금 타임랩스 찍는 거.
쓸 수 있을까? 내가 엄청 많이 뒤돌아봐서.
아, 네가 그걸 해야지.
뭘 편집을?
응.
저기 봐. 앞에. 눈 봐, 눈.
Honey, I'm down, down, down. But tell me if you are. No, no, no. Let's not make it hard. I know that this drives you crazy. I know that you feel alone. I know that you act up lately 'cause you feel so. I know that you're feeling something. I know that this could be love. I know that you ain't so trusting, but I feel so. Let's just take this back for a minute. We can make this what we've been living. And I know you hurt as well, darling, we can be ourselves. Let's just take this back for a minute. Now, hey. Ready, set, go. I can tell it's time. It's time. Pull you close, your body next to mine. Hey, I know that this drives you crazy. I know that you feel alone. I know that you act up lately 'cause you feel so. I know that you're feeling something. I know that this could be love. I know that you ain't so trusting, but I feel so. I found somebody. I say you don't cross my mind. And she doesn't know that your favorite place is still mine. Now I take the long way home, avoid what I can't let go. I don't always think about you, but sometimes I do, 'cause sometimes I drive through all of the streets we used to on First Avenue. 'Cause sometimes I don't even know where I'm going at first. All of the turns that I had to unlearn, back to the surface, the feeling of all that we were. I don't always think about you till First Avenue. That's when I do. That's when I guess the truth is I can't leave memories behind.
들어가도 충분하다.
She asked about you, I hesitate every time. I don't always think about you, but sometimes I do. 'Cause sometimes I drive through all of the streets we used to on First Avenue. 'Cause sometimes I don't even know where I'm going first. All of the turns that I had to unlearn, back to the surface, the feeling of all that we
다들
were.
이렇게.
너무 시계 묻혔어.
I don't always think about you till First Avenue.
24. 뭐 학교 거야.
아닌데. 그냥 그레듀에이션 편지가 있길래. 안녕.
여보. 나한테
I don't always think about
갈게.
you.
가서 전화할게.
Sometimes I
가서 약속하고.
'cause sometimes
엄마
I
갈게.
어. 안녕.
all of the streets we used to on First Avenue. 'Cause sometimes I don't even know
울지
where I'm
말고.
going at first. All of the turns that I had to unlearn. Back to the surface, the feeling of all that we learned.
캐나다 스타일.
오 마이 갓.
Always think about
바이.
갈게.
first
안녕.
어.
잘 가.
That's when I do.
안녕.
Nobody saw us silently floating out at some hotel in rural Wyoming. Nobody saw us secretly hoping we would have disappeared. But one day, moon sing, I will think of that distant prairie eyes, skipping western skies, then running off alone again. Nobody sees me here in this concrete, washing my dishes